Good morning everyone and welcome to today's instalment of
Back to the Future.
Today we are joined by Professor Chai and Dr. Mark, our resident experts from the University of Wollongong, who are going to speak to us about Chinese mathematics and in particular the 9 chapters of mathematical art and their influence to the world of mathematics in modern society. So, first off, Professor Chai, could you tell us a little bit about the history of this branch of maths?
Certainly. Well, now you see, Chinese mathematics dates back as far as approximately 1100 BC, with evidence of their decimal numeric system found inscribed on a tortoise shell dated at approximately 1400 BC. As for interest in mathematics across China, it was quite broad, but mainly confined to intellectuals, and became a crucial aspect in raising their officials. Now, over the ages, a great many assisted in the development and growth of mathematics throughout China. Arguably one of the most significant contributions was given by the nameless author or authors of the 9 chapters on the mathematical arts, which was circulated throughout China for over a millennia.
Great! Now, Dr. Mark, why is Chinese mathematics considered so important, and how has it influenced the way mathematicians have thought over the years?
Thanks for having me, guys. Chinese maths created one of the first formal number systems, consisting of numerous rods to represent integer values. They used this method to convey algebra and solve equations. In contrast to other Western methods at the time, Chinese mathematics did not solve problems based on an initial set of principles. It instead solved problems with the goal of finding the most general solution. Now, the rod system that they developed works by representing the numbers 1 through 10 with horizontal rods like this. Tens, like 10, 20, 30, with vertical rods like this. Hundreds by horizontal, thousands by vertical, and so on. Now, Chinese math was such an early success because they compiled all of their knowledge in a book written between the 10th and 2nd century BC, called the 9 chapters on the mathematical art. The book outlines 246 problems examining common cartography and surveying exercises, such as measuring the height of a tree on a cliff or the depth of a canal, with each problem followed directly by a solution. Chinese math also had huge influences on Western mathematics, as they were the first to use the value of 0 in calculations and introduce the concepts of even and odd numbers. These concepts, along with the rod system, led to the development of the abacus, a precursor to modern calculators, which was widely used until the 20th century.
So, obviously from what you guys have told us already, Chinese mathematics has been critical in the development of maths in the past. But in what specific areas has Chinese maths influenced and enhanced today's world?
Good question. Its effects in today's society is definitely not as substantial as it could have been, considering their well-developed foundations and achievements in many fields. Now, this less substantial influence could be attributed to declines in Chinese mathematics, especially around the 15th century. These declines resulted in losses of techniques, such as their calculation of pi to 7 decimal places, or a lack of capitalization on methods such as their calculation of polynomials to an arbitrary degree, which they had invented 800 years earlier than the West. Now, that said, Chinese mathematics still holds influence in fields of mathematics today, through techniques such as Gaussian elimination, which took inspiration from methods used in the 9 chapters on the mathematical art, and is now used for calculating voltage and current in circuitry. Another technique is the Chinese remainder theorem, which is still used today in encryption for cryptography.
Okay, great. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today, but thank you so much for speaking with us. See you next time on
Back to the Future.